Hello and welcome to SA Politics Unspun. It's an attempt to get behind the scenes of South African politics and understand what is happening in our country and why, which processes matter and why, and which people in our country matter and why. And why does it matter what Chief Justice Mogoeng had for breakfast, and why it really doesn't matter what Julius Malema has for lunch, which cabinet minister is still in bed at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, and which cabinet minister, and I'm really not making this up, played at Oppie Koppie. We're starting at the Constitutional Court because someone has to set the school rules, and someone then has to be the schoolmaster and interpret them. It is probably the most important building in the country because it is only here that someone can stop the people who live in that other very important building, the Union buildings down the road in Pretoria, what to do. So welcome to the Constitutional Court, welcome to a place that really matters. South Africans like to talk about the fact that we live in a democracy. We don't live in a democracy, we live in a constitutional democracy, and it's a crucial difference. In a democracy, the majority is always right. In a constitutional democracy, there are limits to what the majority can do. The reason we have a constitution is to protect us from what the Constitutional Court calls the tyranny of the majority. It's to protect people who are left-handed, around 1/10 of the population, from having their left hands cut off by the other 9/10 simply because they don't like the way they eat their food. And that means that everyone is protected. So if you are black or white or Afrikaans or English or Pedi or Venda or Xhosa or Zulu, you are protected. If you are gay or lesbian, you are protected. The whole point of the Constitution is that everyone is protected and has certain rights, no matter who you are, no matter what your identity. The first line of South Africa's Constitution is, all are equal before the law. And it's a crucial difference between South Africa's constitutional democracy and places like Zimbabwe, where insulting the president is a crime. It's in this chamber that the arguments about South Africa's constitution are heard. It's where the rights of one group of people are pitted against another. And these are the benches where the people who decide South Africa's future sit. This section, this wall here, is here because it is part of the original structure of what used to be here, a prison. People who broke apartheid's laws, people who didn't have passes on them at the wrong time, were arrested and kept here. This is their graffiti. The point of this is that this book, this constitution, is not just a list of rules. It's also a dream. It's about trying to get somewhere. And it's part of where South Africa wants to be in the future. The whole point of this wall is to remind us of where we're from and of where we're trying to get to.